This is a bell work for Tuesday, October 31st. On number 1, we have to use elimination to solve a minus b equals 8 and a plus b is equal to 20. So for this one, we can either add or subtract to get rid of one of the variables. If we add, we're going to get rid of the b. If we subtract, we'll get rid of the a. So I'm just going to do an adding problem for this one. So we'll add these together, make a third equation. A plus a is 2a, and negative b plus b is 0, and then a plus 20 is 28. Then we'll divide by 2, and we'll get a is equal to 14. So to get b, we're going to take the 14 and we'll substitute it in either equation and solve for b. So let's put it in the first one, and we'll get 14 minus b equals 8. So we'll subtract 14 from both sides, and we'll get negative b equals negative 6. Divide by negative 1, and b is equal to 6. On number 2, it's asking us to evaluate the square root of 0.81. So one way we can do this is think of it as just 81. So square root of 81 is 9. So the square root of 0.81 is equal to 0.9. On number 3, a is 2 and b is 4. So I'm going to substitute that into our expression for a and b. So we will get 10 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 4, and that's going to be over 2. So we're going to get two expressions from this because we have a positive and a negative. So we're going to let's do the positive first. So we'll do 10 plus 2 times the square root of 4. Now it's going to be over 2. And that equals 10 plus 2 times 2 over 2, which is going to be 10 plus 4 over 2, which is 14 over 2, which is 7. And then the negative one, we're going to do 10 minus 2 times the square root of 4 over 2, which is 10 minus 4 over 2, which is the same as 8 over 2, actually 6 over 2, let's erase. 6 over 2, which is 3. So our answers are 3 and 7. Number 4 is asking us to solve x squared plus 25 is equal to 0. So the first thing I want to do is get the x squared by itself on one side. So I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. And I'll get x squared is equal to square root, actually not square root yet. So x squared is equal to negative 25. Then we'll do square root on both sides. X squared is equal to square root of negative 25. And then since there's no number that if you multiply it by the same number, you're going to get negative 25, this problem is going to have no solution. Or no real solution. Anytime you have a negative underneath the radical, it's no real solution for it. On number 5, we're multiplying negative 15 times negative 5/6. So what I want to do is change the negative 15 into a fraction. So we're going to do negative 15 over 1 times negative 5 over 6. And then I want to see if I can cross simplify. So I have a 15 or a negative 15 and a positive 6. And that we can simplify will change into, well, 3 goes into both. So 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 5 is 15. And then we just multiply straight across. I'm not going to worry about the negatives right now, so let's just multiply. 5 times 5 makes 25. And 1 times 2 makes 2. And then we'll do the negatives, we'll take care of those. So negative times a negative makes a positive. Our answer is 25 over 2.